How to manifest and attract money when you are broke. If you are broke right now, or you don't have a lot of money, or you are struggling to get by, it doesn't mean that you cannot have an abundance of wealth. Your financial circumstances do not dictate your financial future. Your mindset does. And the good news is that you can change it. And when you change your mindset and your perceptions, this is exactly how you can manifest and attract an abundance of money even if you are broke. The first thing that you must do is decide, before you even begin to start manifesting wealth, is that you have to decide to let go of any victim mentality that you've been living, and you must let go of lack mentality. This is what will keep you stuck if you don't let it go, because it's no longer serving you anymore. Ultimately, you have nothing to lose when you let go of this mentality, especially if you are broke or even living paycheck to paycheck. Now, the next step is that you must take money off of the pedestal. The idea that money is this far-off thing that you cannot attain and only the elite can have it, or that you can only have it if you were born into it, is a limiting perception. This is also part of the lack mentality that you need to let go of. Whenever you feel that money is out of reach, you are putting it up on a pedestal. Now you have to take it off the pedestal and realize that you are deserving of money just as anybody else in this world, whether you are rich or whether you are homeless. We are all deserving of money in the same way. Now, the third step is that you have to be willing to get uncomfortable. And that means challenging your limiting beliefs about money and letting go of what's familiar. If you have lived paycheck to paycheck most of your life, this has become your way of thinking and what is familiar. Unfortunately, many people are unwilling to let go of what is familiar to them, even if it's hurting them. The reason is because familiarity is what's comfortable, even if it's ultimately keeping you stuck. You have to be willing to step outside of your comfort zone and outside of your familiarity if you want to begin shifting into an abundance and wealth mindset. Now, doing things that are uncomfortable not only means challenging your limiting beliefs, but also being willing to take actions that may feel a bit scary. This is where your faith comes in. You have to step outside your comfort zone and do things that you wouldn't normally do, or things that might scare you, and you have faith that you will be guided in this process. What this does is that it opens you up to new possibilities to come into your life that you may have never thought possible before. The thing is that if you are not willing to shift your thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and even actions, then how can you expect your external reality to change in regards to your financial situation? You have to change first, and then your external reality changes. Ultimately, you have nothing to lose in this situation, because if you don't make the decision to change, then your circumstances will only stay the same. Now, my next point is that you have to give up comparison. As long as you compare yourself to others, you will only stay more stuck. You have to remember that everyone has different starting points, so you need to start where you are. Everyone has a different set of limiting beliefs, so everyone has different starting points. So honestly, there is no room for comparison. If you compare yourself, you are only keeping yourself in victim mentality. You have to start where you are and then build momentum, which is the name of the game when it comes to manifesting. Now, the next thing is that you must start doing is seeing abundance everywhere. It truly is everywhere. Even the air that you breathe is abundance, because it's giving you life with every breath you take. The objects in front of you were once bought with money. No matter what your circumstances are, seeing this abundance in everything is key. This is a daily practice that will train your mind to start embodying the feeling of abundance. Now, the next thing that you need to start doing is to practice gratitude. There's always something to be grateful for, even in the worst situations. Practicing gratefulness takes your focus off of what you don't have and puts it on what you do have. And when you practice gratefulness, then you will be given even more to be grateful for, because energy flows where your focus goes. Start to be grateful even just now for the amount of money that you do have, no matter how small it is. Now, the most powerful thing that you can start doing for yourself when it comes to abundance is to visualize yourself having it from the first person point of view. Out of all of the steps that I have given you so far in this video, this is by far the most effective and the most powerful. Visualization utilizes the power of your subconscious mind to create mental images that evoke a feeling that you are experiencing the very thing that you are imagining. This essentially rewires your mind in the way you think of money. Visualization is not just a mental experience, but it is a fully immersed sensory experience that creates an internal emotional experience that feels real. Now, the way you go about this to create wealth is that you get yourself into a very calm and relaxed state, and you imagine yourself through your own eyes and first-person point of view experiencing wealth. This could include taking an extravagant vacation, buying luxury items, having a fancy meal. It could be anything that you would do if you were wealthy. Now, I need to point out the importance of doing this while you are in a relaxed state, because doing so is exactly how you bypass your conscious mind, which is where all your limiting beliefs are. Accessing your subconscious mind is the back door to reprogramming your mind effortlessly. As you imagine yourself having this money, you will start to have emotions arise and feel it as real. This is a very powerful technique by the 20th century law of assumption mystic Neville Goddard. Now, the entire premise of all the things that I mentioned that you need to start doing to manifest wealth when you are broke is to shift the way you are thinking so that you feel differently and your mind stops operating on a lack mentality and shifts into an abundance mentality. This does take practice, but the more you do them and the more you visualize, then the easier it will become. Remember, no matter what your circumstances are, you can have financial wealth, but it's up to you to make the internal shift so your outer reality reflects it back. Now, be sure to check out the next video on your screen for more tips on how to manifest the life you truly desire. But before you do, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new.